What's up, YouTube? Today I want to get into the yin and yang of fragrance. Now, we understand the yin and yang are part of an Eastern philosophy of opposing forces. So you understand when it comes to fragrance, there's a lot of yin and yang here. So basically, when we talk about the yin and yang, it means you've got a lot of sense of contrast, and you can have some complementary notes, and you can have some opposing notes. And the opposition and contrast and conflict in a fragrance can really make chemistry. So, you can have something that smells really good one day and bad another day, depending on temperature and everything. So these are all factors that come into play with fragrance. So with the yin and yang and opposing forces, there's an element of where opposites attract. And you get scents that have lots of different notes thrown together that are all different. Where you have some sensual notes, you have some invigorating earthy notes, you have the kind of very soothing lavender, and then you have extremely pungent woods, and they make that balance in a lot of these fragrances. So basically, the middle notes are the floral unisex kind of vibe, whereas you have the top notes of citrus and freshness, and then you have woodsy, musky, dry notes that tend to have more masculine tones. So a scent can become a little more feminine as it sweetens up, and then it can become masculine and dry down too. So this is where a lot of fragrances have this kind of opposition, because you'll have notes that contrast each other, and they come together and they can complement, or they can basically cancel each other out. And a lot of times you have this canceling it out effect. Like a lot of gourmand fragrances will use dry woods, and they'll use spices and other things to put with the food notes to keep it from being too much like just the smell of a straight cake. So basically, you get some cinnamon and vanilla and nutmeg put together with chocolate, and then it's like a German chocolate cake versus just a straight chocolate cake. And then they may add some woods to it, and it's almost like a scented roll-on kind of effect. And so that's the other thing. Like, the scented roll-ons tend to have the pungent smells because they tend to be the better quality oils, and they're often exotic. So exotic is a touch that really can work with the yin and yang in a fragrance, because it often opposes certain notes, but it gives this extra sixth sense to a fragrance.